Hi, this is Chris the Credit Guy. Thanks again for watching my videos. If you're watching this on the internet, you can get my complete credit restoration video series on my website at christhecreditguy.com. And as always, I'm available for private, individual, or couple consultations, and we can arrange that via email. My email is info@christhecreditguy.com. This video is called Finding and Labeling Your Negative Items. So by now we've already gotten you a credit report, a copy of your credit report. Hopefully you took my advice and got it through one of my affiliates. Again, that helps me out, and it does make it easier to get your negative items removed, and it does, and I've done some of the research to figure out the better services for that, and again, some of them do a free trial. So if you need to, go back and look at that video series and click on that link on the website to get your report. But again, this is where the fun starts. This is where we're now, we finally prepared your IDs that are going to be going into the dispute. We've talked about the theory of how negative items are removed on your credit, and so now we're diving into your credit report. We're going to look through line by line, account by account, and we're going to go through and label each account. Now, what I'm having you do here in this video series is exactly what I would do as the owner and operations manager of a credit consulting, credit repair business. So I'm not having you do anything that I haven't done thousands of times before. So trust me, this works. We're going through step by step. So again, this is where the fun starts. So now take out your credit report, and the best thing to do is to just print out a copy of it. I know sometimes they take 20 or 30 pages, but spend the money on the ink and the paper and get a copy of it on paper, and get out a pen, because what we're going to do now is go through account by account and label each account. What I would typically do is, over on one side, usually on the right side, I would always label it and circle it. And we're going to give each account a name, and it's going to be either good or bad. And if it's good, meaning you've never paid it late, it's not a collection, it's not a charge-off, there's nothing wrong with it, no late payments, there's no late status or anything, label it good. Just mark it good and don't circle it, leave it alone. We're not going to touch it. Look through and figure out what is wrong with the account if it isn't good. And I've given you a list over on the right side here. Again, look for what I call it the worst case scenario here. For example, if you had a credit card that you made a bunch of late payments and then ultimately it got charged off, obviously you have late payments, but then the worst case of the account was that it got charged off. So I would label that a charge-off. If you don't know what that is, I'll get into the specifics of them later. I'm going to have a video on each type of negative that your account could be. But in essence, the simplest ones are late payments. If all you've ever done on an account is paid it late once or two or three or four or 30 times, just write late and circle it so that you know that account only has late payments. If it ultimately was charged off, write charge off and circle it. If it is an account that looks like it is from a collection agency, obviously write collection and circle it. The other ones are foreclosure. If you had a mortgage that ultimately got foreclosed or short sold, or something like that, then go ahead and call it a foreclosure. If you had a car repossessed, just write repo and circle it. What we're trying to do is get an overall picture for what items you have, how bad they got, And I like to actually then, after we're done, add them all up and take a tally to see kind of overall what we're dealing with. Again, tax liens, judgments, and then bankruptcies are the other types of items. So just, simply go through your credit report, don't dwell on it, just label each account, call it what it is, call it the worst case scenario, go through and do that. And then again, I like to just make a little table, maybe up on the front page, and put a little, write late payments, and then tally up how many accounts you have that are late. Only have late payments. Count your collections, count how many times you filed bankruptcy. Hopefully, it's not more than one or two. So go through and do that, and then when you're done, we'll move on to the next couple videos. So hope that helps. Again, my website, christhecreditguy.com, for the complete video series. Again, it's all free. And if you have questions, or if you'd like a private credit consultation from me, we can arrange that via email, again at info@christhecreditguy.com. Thanks.